Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome. Today is Monday, first stream of the week. Good to see everybody. VeeDotMe here. Got a couple things lined up. Number one, we happen to do a little bit of pseudo draft, more like marbles, and the winners got to choose roguelike games. We did that on Saturday, and I didn't finish all of them. So today we're going to finish the last game that was requested, which was Curse of the Dead Gods. We're going to treat it almost like a roguelike legacy segment, showcasing the best parts about specifically Curse of the Dead Gods, because it is an amazing game. After that, we're going to hop over to Blazblue, see if we can get another win on I don't know what character. I haven't decided yet. And then after that, we have not really a sponsored segment, but Banishers, key provided by situation. Gonna showcase that game and then raid you all over to someone else who's also playing Banishers. But either way, good to see everybody. Conquer, hello. Denzel, hello. We had Gojira saying that Mai got buffed in the patch notes. Mai Nasume? From Blazblue Entropy Effect. Definitely can't wait to see that. Easy, good to see you. Dyson T1, 26 years. That's a good age. I don't quite remember what I was doing at 26. I think I maybe was 2 years into the day job. Had recently left retail. It's pretty good times, I think. I feel like 26 was a pretty good year for me in GL. It's like you're growing up, you're buying stuff for yourself, paying rent, you got bills. Feels good, feels good. We gotta set this up. Oh, I haven't done this in so long. I feel like I'm a little worried. I don't anticipate failure, but this game is relentless. If I play it on normal difficulty, I kind of want to start a new save. If it has multiple save files, I'm doing a new save. And then I expect this to be Xbox controller only as well. Default resolution? Do they have borderless window? I don't think they do. All right, I mean, hopefully it looks okay on stream. Does it have multiple save files? It does. September 2023 is really not that long ago, surprisingly. But we're gonna hop into, geez, 2020. That's how long ago we started playing this game. Is it really 2020? Like you're already 6 months into COVID? That's kind of intense. So what we're gonna show today, Curse of the Dead Gods, known as a very influential roguelike game. It actually has one of the best curse systems ever made. I don't think it has yet to really get reproduced. I think there may be games like Undermine that's like close to it. But we get curse systems in every roguelike game, and it's all the same stuff. Take additional damage, monsters are faster, blah blah blah, and like that's really it. So we're gonna see what on earth did Curse of the Dead Gods do that was right, that other people might be able to learn from. Before I do that though, I have to fix one quick thing. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. But yeah, I don't know if a lot of my viewers know Curse of the Dead Gods. If you're an OG, you probably recognize it. But the game, it's been a long time. If I go over to Steam store page, I should actually have this ready, because I think we're gonna need this for the segment. If we check out the Steam store page, ignore the marble part. Curse of the Dead Gods. Okay. So 6,000 positive reviews, some from our own buddies. I have not left a positive review on this game yet, and that's because I have really left no reviews on any games at all. That's nothing to do with the quality on this. This game has a 1.0 release date of 2021, added into early access October, I think, of 2020. So a good, like, 6-month development period before it hit 1.0. They had, like, one big patch. Of course, there's, like, balanced stuff all along that time, but they had one big patch, which was their Dead Cells crossover. And that, when was this? News, give me news. Patch notes. Update 1.24, April of 2021. So it's already 2024 now. Like, time has flew by, if you all can't tell. And we're already showing this as, like, legacy content, which is cool, but also frightening at the same time. The game is pretty difficult. So as we're playing this, we hope that we remember how to play. As you see, there's a torch mechanic and vision. The vision part of the game, it does actually matter. It's not just there for show. It is a real mechanic. There's been some roguelike games where, like, there's fog of war and stuff like that, but not a lot. Not that really do something with it, you know? Another Steam next recommendation, Meta Ghost the Breaking Show. I think I wishlisted that. I'll double check. But I guess I could check right now while we're loading. Because I want to say Next Fest demos are done by now. Maybe? Yeah, Meta Ghost was the one that was like the Yasuo simulator. I did not wishlist it, but I'm pretty sure we had it on the notepad to play it. The demo's still up, surprisingly. Alright. So in Curse of the Dead Gods, you are a guy stuck in a tomb. And apparently there's, like, light and darkness. Light reveals hidden traps. Staying in darkness increases all damage you take. Watch out for the indicator on the bottom of the screen to let you know if you're in light or dark. We can light stuff with our torch, and not just things like this. You can light other things on fire too. Of course, there is dodge. Just like in any roguelike game, you gotta have a dodge roll. The dodge in this button, the dodge in this game is A button, kind of like a Hades. It also uses stamina. Stamina right now is 5. So if it's a Souls-like roguelike game that you're looking for, this is, you know, pretty close to that. This game also gives you 2 weapons. You have a primary and a secondary. That's our primary. It has a combo. This is our secondary. Ow. It's a gun. This is the machete and pistol. You can also chain them together. Do a nice little combo. There's different kinds of secondaries, so sometimes you have a dagger, sometimes you have a shield. So it's one of those games where your combat is dependent on your weapon choices rather than like the relics you picked up, even though there is some of that. Perfect shots. Chain a secondary attack after a series of main attacks and trigger offhand combo. Okay, that's what we did last time. The game also has like a really good stagger mechanic. You saw that monster was running at me, but I was able to stop its aggression with my combo attack. The game also features a parry. I would say that the parry is probably one of the tightest parries in roguelikes. Action roguelikes, that is. Good start, good start. But once you get a feel of it, especially for certain monsters, like certain monsters are easier to parry than others, just because of their movesets. You'll become a parry god in no time. Feel enemies. So like that was too early. Even though you would think to yourself, oh, as long as you got it when the monster was planning his attack. Oh, I'm supposed to leave. I want to say the shield in the game has a longer parry duration than just parrying with a normal attack, like a normal weapon. Just like any other roguelike, you have meta progression. The meta progression in this game is not what you're used to. It's not just raw numbers. There's a lot of trade-offs, which is hilarious. And then this game, as we get into this area, treats stats a little differently too. There are traps. Sometimes it's a timed event of sorts. Oh my god. So like now I probably can't go backward because it's lit on fire. Oh, never mind. It's actually gone. So there's two routes you could go. Once I aggro these, the door is gonna close. I don't know if it's gonna let me go backward. Just gotta watch out. And we gotta stay in light too. Funny enough, these will actually destroy torches too. So it's not even a matter of, oh, just light everything up and then you're safe from taking 50% more damage. Sometimes the monsters themselves will break things that are on fire. It's a real mechanic. Like this, if it was any other game, I feel like the light and darkness would be nothing. So you can pick up items. You can also recycle items and they give you a benefit, such as recycling heals you for 4%. No health pots in this game. Oh, I can't break that. Because this is a temple and like treasure and things of that nature is really important, you'll find hidden passages. Sometimes you have a key to go in. Sometimes there'll be like a bomb that you're supposed to destroy. They thought of everything. Sick little dodge. See how I didn't interrupt the attack? I think I had to do a charge attack. to stop that from happening. So the game treats stats differently than a lot of other games. So in this game, you have Jaguar, Eagle, and Serpent. Jaguar is health, Serpent is damage. No. Jaguar's health, Eagle is damage, and then Serpent, which isn't in here, Serpent's green. Serpent is actually economy. It's like magic find, gold gain, stuff like that. So rather than thinking about, oh, I'm just gonna put all my points into damage, you sometimes have to get health, and sometimes you have to get economy. Sometimes they give you the option of both. I don't have money for it though, but we can exchange our own curse level in order to get that. So that didn't necessarily hurt me. What it did was I have this curse meter that's building up. I need to show. And the curse meter will eventually curse me. It's almost guaranteed to happen. Like, really in this game, you could try to mitigate the curse as much as possible, but it's kind of a game where you need to learn to live with it. Oh, wow. That's faster than just running through. If I remember correctly, everything in this game can be parried. That doesn't mean that you should try to parry everything. Wow, that destroyed the torch. So yeah, I'm in darkness right now. If I take a hit, I actually take more damage than normal. Take dodge. We get an breakable door, which oftentimes leads to real treasure. Sometimes it leads to a fight. Sometimes it was just the alternate path to the end. Like, it wasn't actually treasure at all. It's almost as if the game expected you to go this way. Oh, see the line of sight? How it actually doesn't generate the trap unless it's in your vision? It's incredible. I think a lot of the roguelikes that do this kind of light generation thing are top down. Not Darksiders. What's the name of that game? There's one that is, I don't know if it's a roguelike per se. It's a horror game. Quote unquote horror game. Curse of the Dead Gods. Let's see if it can actually give me a suggestion. More like this, Realm of Ink. What game is this? This is Curse of the Dead Gods. Dang, it's not in here. Is it dark something? It's just, you can't type that because you're just gonna get everything under the sun. We'll figure it out later. So yeah, line of sight in a roguelike action game is like a little scary because when you think about it, you need to be able to know everything. Wow, that doesn't interrupt. Like, imagine playing Dead Cells, but you don't actually know an attack is coming at you from out of darkness. Perception up. Again, perception is our money find, our magic find. And you might think to yourself that magic find is a worthless stat. B, why don't you just get damage? But it is actually very impactful. This game did a very good job of making each stat matter. Gold cost down, reduce damage from champions and bosses. Increase damage to poison attacks. So I don't have any of this stuff. I'll take the cloak. Of course, I don't have $700. If I had more perception, maybe I would have it. So instead, what I'm gonna do is curse myself to help pay for this. Darkwood, yes, Darkwood was the game. Holy crap. Chris, infinite knowledge of games. Sorry, I just want to show this. So yeah, an example of how you could do top-down line of sight based gameplay. Something like Dark World is like limited to being top-down. Is this safe to show on Twitch? Yeah, so kind of like this. And then once you go into the door, there might be enemies to the left or to the right that you maybe don't have vision of, kind of like that. And a lot of roguelikes don't know how to do that. It's hard. I don't know how to do it. Like, I'd hate to be the dev to try to figure that one out. This game does have... Well, let's talk about the curse first. All right, so as I said, I cursed myself. We get Divine Pact. Beltsock favors those who shed their dependency for the frivolous. One of your relic slots is locked, and you may no longer be equipped. However, you gain 3 divine favors. So I'm cursed. We are cursed because we filled up the purple meter, and now I have 1 stack of curse. There's 5 total. The 5th is a specific mandatory one. But as long as you're not at 5, you're probably fine. So we're locked out of this slot. I cannot get this slot back unless I get rid of the curse. However, the game gave me stuff in return, which is divine favors, which I think are rerolls. And that's kind of how this game is going to work out, is that even though you're going to get cursed... Oh, that interrupted. Even though you're going to get cursed, what's really going to happen... Sick, trap kill. What's really going to happen is that you're going to try to decide... Can I keep this curse, or do I need to get rid of it? See, I'm out of stamina. I think the only thing I could have done there was parry. And obviously, as you know the game more and more, you'll know to parry because you're out of stamina. So we have new weapons. I can use a favor. I believe a favor is a reroll. Yeah, full reroll. Fire charge attacks and fire combo finishers. This gives you bonus per your dexterity. Attacks behind deal more damage. Bonus damage if you also have a pistol equipped. I don't have enough money for it though. Sure. So you can see this game also has affixes to it. The affixes are pretty cool. And there's a lot of affixes. Some are game-breaking, as a matter of fact. Relic. I feel like I need money. I don't remember being this bad on money when I was playing this game. Okay, so we have a different weapon. As you see, it is much, much faster. Let's actually grab that. Oh my god! So that, I think, counts as light. Basically, there are cobwebs in the middle of the arena. Yeah, you can kind of see the light around. Yeah, it's expanding. It counts. Let's get rid of this. Never mind, I can't sell it. All right, so we open this up. But even these little secrets have traps in them. It's incredible. I did happen to change out my weapon for a hammer. Hammers can actually open up secret areas. You may think to yourself, oh, just use a hammer the entire time. Why bother using a shield, a spear or a bow when we just got the key to the castle? But I mean, just like any other roguelike game, you might not want to have hammer. You might have better setups if you were to use a bow, which counts as a heavy weapon. As people watch this game, there will be some comparisons to Hades in regards to it being an isometric game. The biggest difference between Hades and this, besides the actual like curse mechanics and the weapons and all that, notice how I don't dodge that much. And that's because there's stamina. Hades has no stamina. My triple attack uses stamina. My circle button uses stamina. My pistol uses stamina. I can't dodge revolution or else I can't actually attack. I mean, you can attack, but you'll be very limited. I think you can light the monster on fire? Ow. Just thinking as a way to kind of get some light on the board. All right. Baffle is not more popular. It came out at kind of a rough time to release a game. I think it did come out the same couple of months or same season as Hades. Maybe a couple of months after. I'm broke. However, when you're broke, you can still cut your pinky off. Pinky is worth a lot of money nowadays. Or it was back in 2020. Money. So we got ourselves another curse. How can one know when one is consumed by sadness until a mirror reveals the tragedies etched upon the face? That's like metal. What the heck? The temple can switch appearances at any time and turn into mirror mode. However, you gain 5 perception. Again, even the curses themselves have benefits. You would have to decide on your own, is it worth it to have mirror mode? We'll have to see what that looks like. Or are you better off getting rid of it? However, you're getting 5 perception for free. Rip torch. Yeah, so that attack specifically, I just know how to parry it. Like, I will miss every other parry in the game, but getting shot by an eyeball, that's fine. You can do that all day. So what just happened, that's the mirror effect. The mirror actually changed the camera layout. The dungeon's still the same, but now, like, whatever was on the left is now on the right, and you could get lost really easily. This is an example of how to reduce your curse. We're not playing whips. I'm gonna get rid of this. 4 isn't a very good number, but oh well. Bonus damage to a weakened enemy. Certain attacks do weak. I don't have any that do that, so we're gonna sell that, get some health back. So it's a game about choices. The better you do on making choices like that, the better the game gets. And to me, it's like super fun to try to decide, oh, do I sell this? Do I keep it? Grenades? Think I'll keep my hammer. Notice the hammer is lightning damage, so we could maybe find a relic that does bonus to lightning. Jeez. Is this the right way? Yeah. All right. The game's so well balanced with how the curses work. Right up until you get the 5th, then you start crying and whimpering. Yeah, we gotta make sure we don't overdo it. Not much for light in here. Didn't get that interrupt in time. The charge attack on Fist is a lot different. It like sends you past the monster. I think it might have iframes. If anything, it just sends you to the other side where there's no damage. As I said, you can kind of light lots of things on fire. So that was a trap before the enemy destroyed it. Whoa, where am I? I don't even try to parry stuff like this. Especially in the darkness like that. Chance to parry automatically. It's kind of fun. I don't think I need it though. I think I'm actually doing fine. So here we get to level up our stuff. You can do it with gold or you can do it with blood. Bonus damage if your main weapon is a mace, which we don't have. This is really expensive. Like, I almost don't even want to do it, but sure. You only get one as well. Up? Okay. An event room. I don't remember what these could be. Oh, this is the cursed chest from Dead Cells. This is part of the Dead Cells crossover. I'm gonna light up the map a little bit. I don't remember what the curse was like in this game. Don't get hit. Defeat 5 enemies. Easy. Watch your stamina. Lost some light. They have a healer on their team. Healer slash necromancer. All right, last one, last one. I want to say if you get hit, you just don't get the treasure, I think. Bonus damage with fire attacks. We have poison right now. I'm gonna take it just in case we end up swerving. This is a quote-unquote cursed weapon. It parries and reflects projectiles, does bonus damage to elite enemies, but you get corruption for every enemy you kill. Now what I... Oh, and it also removes a curse. I want to say that if you remove a curse, it removes the most recent one. If it removed the oldest curse, I wouldn't mind that. I'm gonna grab it because you only get corruption when you kill an enemy. If I don't kill the enemy with the shield, I think, then I think we're fine. Famous last words, of course. All right. Of course, there might be a weapon that like has a benefit if I have a shield equipped, so that'd be really nice if I can find it. Keep a look at our corruption. Make sure it doesn't go up unless I use... I did not see that trap at all. Yeah, we're still at 58. So I think I have to use the shield to get corrupted. And even then, it has to kill. Oh, wow. I tried to parry that. Just like Dead Cells, just parry the easy stuff. That was a reflect. I wonder if I got corruption. Because I do think the reflect killed it. But what I don't know is if I got corruption off a kill. All right, secondary weapon. We already have one. This is a main weapon. Does bonus damage to a weakened enemy. I believe parry does weaken enemies. Removes corruption for each enemy you kill. So there might be like a little bit of synergy with my shield, just to make sure that I don't over-corrupt myself. Oops. Yeah, so if you have already equipped the weapon, you cannot get bonus from recycling. Huh. That's fun. Remove some corruption. I don't mind the mirror. I'm getting perception out of it. I'm at 15 whatevers. 15 snakes. I don't mind that at all. All right, so this is our first boss. I think it's easier to think of this as a mini boss, because like the real boss is not this. Oh yeah, see, our attack has changed big time. Okay, I did not weaken it. Maybe because it was a projectile? Good parries. I actually got corruption off that. I saw it. Now, I want to say the dungeon is cleared because that was like 0 BC. That was like tutorial, basically. Victory, the Blood Hunter hunts. New record, world record, 19 minutes to get through that. Look at all that gold, $4 million. So the game, that was like just a taste of the game. There's so much more to it. We'll be able to see some of that here via blood emblems. There's also like sort of a quest system. It's almost like it's just story progression, but it looks like it's a quest, really. Shoot. I think it's just in here. Yeah, okay. So as I said, the game has meta progression, but it's not meta progression like you think it is. This is very much like the cool stuff This is the stuff that we like in games. So I'm getting these sugar skulls. I can spin them on fire lasts longer. All damage taken in light is reduced. And like, okay, I'm lighting everything. That makes sense, right? That's easy. But you can only have 3 of these. So these are more like, almost like a loadout, if you think. Gain Fury, deal 50% more damage for 6 seconds when you take damage. Greed kills give you stamina. And then once I get my 3rd Blood Altar thing, I unlock the next slot. Of course, there's lots of weapons to unlock. Each weapon has its own passive to it. So like there's fire attacks in here. Automatic dodge during a charge attack, which is kind of sick. A hammer that just gives you light. So like imagine you're using that with the thing that gives you reduced damage while you're in light, and it's like permanent. Divine Favors lets you refresh the gear offered in a weapon or a shrine, unlock more favors to increase the number of refreshes. After each exploration, you regain all your divine favors. I can increase the number by amount of sugar skulls. And then we have starting altars. Each altar is almost like a tube in Dead Cells where you get like starter gear, and then you can level up the starter gear that's in there. So for example, bonus chance to have a common weapon, basic 2-hand weapon, etc., etc. Nice mix of character customization and soft difficulty settings. So we did just win, but that was basically just tutorial, because the way how the game really works is that there are 3 paths of the temple. There's the jaguar, the eagle, and the serpent. Each one has its own set of monsters and its own bosses. So you need to do each tier. So like this is tutorial tier at the bottom, and then you're gonna go up into the next tier, and then a final tier of each individual temple. And then at the very end, like high level 5 BC, well more like 4 BC, is almost like a randomized version of every temple together. So let's go into here. The Slay the Spire setup, if you want to call it that, I gotta come up with some other thing here, because it's like you're just gonna call this Slay the Spire, and there's gotta be a different terminology. You have a map, you choose your destination, and it locks you out of other paths. I don't know what you would call that besides Slay the Spire. Normally here, what is BC in this context? So boss cell is a way to think about difficulty that's different than a heat system. A heat system is something like Hades, where there's a global difficulty modifier and you get to customize what those modules are. But in a BC system, the boss cell system, like a Dead Cells, there's specific difficulties you climb up through. And like, I'm sure someone came up with it before Dead Cells did, but each difficulty is sort of like crafted in its own difficulty, and then as you go up, it may have added new elements, it may have removed elements as well, compared to you opt into whichever you decide to choose, which is the heat system. Path map, yeah, I never did the dailies in this game. I honestly just had a lot of fun doing full runs, which is funny because like I always wanted dailies in Dead Cells. I just don't want the heal room. Let's do relic. Relic, weapon, question mark, money. The Noble's Quarter. So, like, as you're watching this, think about all the roguelikes we've played since this came out. This came out in 2021. We need light. And, like, there's so many cool systems in here that just don't exist in other games. I say, don't make me parry. I'ma do it. The choice between left and right, sometimes it matters, because sometimes it's a dead end and you'll get technically more reward from going one way over the other. Thank you, Chaos. So I see a trap here. I'm gonna go right with the hope that it's a free area. Sidewinder sword, finishers don't cost stamina. Sick. If I went left, there's a chance that the gate closes. Yeah. So see, like, this technically was the wrong choice. Now, can you win the game by not going to the right? Absolutely. But you know, sometimes in an action roguelike, like, choice, if you want to call it that, is an illusion. Huh. The traps in this game are also very, very nasty. Chat, is this game loud? I notice I'm like kind of yelling. Could just be my headset. Definitely let me know if I need to turn it down. See, like, I could parry these, but it's a death trap. Just like that. There's no way. Surprised that didn't hit me. Little loud, but it's aight. Thank you, thank you. One thing I dislike about Curse of Dead Gods, feels like I'm missing out a ton when I choose the wrong path, and sometimes I can see the gold rooms after choosing the wrong path. It's definitely something that does not have a right answer. If you think about Spelunky, in Spelunky, you're punished by taking too long because a ghost will spawn. Bonus damage with pistols, damage against weakened enemies, heal 9% of your HP if an enemy is killed by the environment, free healing. I don't think we'll need it. So like in a Spelunky situation, you have to decide which way you want to go. Like, pro players will be able to pick out everything that they need from one area. Other curses are unknown as long as this one is not lifted. That's not that bad. Really, that's a knowledge check. Can you recognize what's happening to your character after you're cursed? Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you won't see whatever it's doing for a long time. 90 heal because the environmental kill. Excuse me. Look at that. We're full HP now. And like, that's a real mechanic that you want to actually think about using. Or Mas? As you see, every enemy thus far has been completely different from Jaguar. Is that friendly fire? Or does it just stun? Oh! There we go. All right. So yeah, it's the dev's decision on how much you want to punish the player for choosing left over right. And I literally have no idea what's the right move. More damage per level of relics carried. Restore HP on kill. Bonus damage if you have a pistol. And this is the other weapon I have, which has poison tech. I mean, we already have a weapon. We don't have a secondary, though, and I have no rerolls. All right, question mark. And then, of course, dangling the reward right in front of you after you miss it, like, that is just, that's killer. But it was done on purpose, I'm sure. Yo, free? I think I can break these. Yeah, you can even destroy the trap if it's really, really bad. That's basically making sure you don't go backwards. Locking you in the combat room. Sometimes we have conversations on if you like combat rooms or not. I think it makes sense for this game. Oh my god, cash everywhere. Who built a temple like this? You don't want people to get your money. Look at all the money laying around. If you had 900 bucks just on the floor, you'd set traps too. Just make sure you can also do them yourself. It's like Mario Maker. You need to be able to do the trap or else you can't put the house on the market. Oh, that does weaken. Bonus damage with fire attacks. Ooh. Like, see how dark it is? I had no idea that trap was there. Sick. If I had that lit up, then it would have been easier. Another relic. Heal even more when an enemy's killed by the environment. We probably don't need that. That's overkill. Alright, let's keep it going. So yeah, really cool stuff. I think it's a hard game, especially having stamina. I don't think there's a single mechanic in this game that would have necessarily made it more popular. And I think it's okay to have a game that is relatively underground. Because if you think about it, Past Tech, they're already making their next game. They're working on Raven's Watch right now, which is a 4-player isometric, almost like an ARPG roguelike. It's like your character has skills to it and you're trying to build up the best kind of that character you can in one run. And we're hoping that, you know, the knowledge they gained on a game like Curse of the Dead Gods can translate. Oh wow, that's the hardest enemy in the game. Next to the babies. That doesn't hit. Killing a burning enemy gives you health too. Don't they have burn tech? More damage with fire attacks? I'll take it with the assumption that we'll go burn, hopefully. It's a chance it never shows up. especially when you're on tutorial difficulty. Yeah, this is the dev of Raven's Watch. You can kind of see graphically, it is very similar to Raven's Watch. But in terms of punishment, I don't think it's as punishing as Curse of the Dead Gods. The monsters can be very difficult in Raven's Watch, but the mechanics of the game, it's around leveling up a character, so really you're punished if you don't level up. That costs stamina, so you can't really spam circle, even though it's very good. Sick dodge. Looks more like an ARPG. It does, but it does really have roguelike elements. It's gonna be tough to prove that, I'm sure. Like, V, when does your Little Red Riding Hood ever look different than how you normally run it? It's tough. It will often look the same, but only because I like my Red Riding Hood a very specific way. Pure assassin. Pure bomb Red Riding Hood. With a little bit of smokescreen technology. I hate these things. That actually made it vulnerable. That's sick. Off a parry. Okay. I remember this game. It's good. Yeah. What I wanted to do today, because this was requested for draft, basically, which is more like we did free marbles. Someone requested to play this game, and I thought to myself, you know, rather than just play the game, let's talk about why this game is so good. And how it can, like, really be a forefront for other roguelike games, for other devs. Oh my god, I just wasted so much just then. Oh, if I light an enemy on fire and then kill it, do I still heal? I do. I heal 10. Dang, I should have put it in the environment. Is there anything else? Yeah. It just died to burn. I mean, I still heal 10. No single source of damage can exceed 10% of your life. I'll take the reroll. Gain health when you go through a door. Gains obtained when recycling gear is increased by 66%. That I know for a fact can be busted. It's like every time you recycle, it's worth 66% more. That's money. I think that's stats too. It can become big. Wow, double heal. I never... Oh, we did get a weapon. I guess heal into weapon upgrade. I think heal is a free roam. Question mark? That's because of the other relic we had. Now, I can kind of already tell what it is. My light is extinguished, I think. Does healing curse me? Yeah, 10 curse. Wow. So if I go into the next area and I don't have my torch, I do have it. So I genuinely don't know what the curse will be until it activates. Really, really funny. I have less stamina. I went from 5 stamina down to 4. That's interesting, but what's the benefit? As I said, every curse... Wow, that reached? Every curse has a benefit to it. It could be that, like, perfect dodge does something new. It could be that I'm intangible during dodge. Luckily, my finishers don't use stamina, or else we would have been in trouble, I think. Just trying to light this up. Oh, I'm too slow. I'll use mace on this. Nice. All right. How is it that we played Curse of Dead Gods today? Someone requested this on Saturday, and I just didn't have the calories to do it. We had already been streaming for like 6 hours, so I had to call it. All right. We are gonna level up. Deals critical damage when your stamina is low. So blow stamina. No, fully depleted. That's not low. I'll do it. So we can easily blow through our stamina using this. And then all of our basic attacks with the sword becomes crits. Which, like, not gonna lie, that doesn't sound good. But we're doing it anyway because it seems to make sense. How can someone ask you to play a game? So on Saturday was our partner anniversary. We did, and Taco, I had, crap, what do we have? We went to Sonic. So I just got a burger and fries and mozzarella sticks. So every once in a while we have an event that we like to call Draft. Draft is, we were using Alexa's pyramid system that has cards, and each card has a roguelike game on it. We shuffle the deck, and then we draft for like specific games. However, I really didn't have enough time to do a real draft on Saturday, so what we did was marbles on stream, where the winner of marbles got a chance to ask for us to play a run of a game. So there were 2 Skull of the Hero Slayers and 1 Curse of the Dead Gods. I lost both attempts at Skull very, very early. And then I decided that Curse of the Dead Gods I'll do on Monday. And we're labeling it as, like, roguelike legacy, showcasing what makes a good roguelike game. See, I just get all my stamina back. Oh, they're the crits. Oh, on kill, I think I get all my stamina back. But when I deplete all my stamina, I crit. So I actually have a very, very hard time utilizing the tech. It might work on a boss though, and that's not bad. But like this actually lets you spam heavy. Like as long as you kill 1 enemy, you get all your stamina. And that's the curse. We are -1 stamina, but we fully refresh on kill. Anti-synergy with our sword, bonus synergy with our hammer. Chance to inflict lightning damage. Sure. Hook me up. -1 pinky. +1 curse incoming. We're not gonna know what the curse is either. That's great. For all I know, we're gonna go in here and like every heavy attack loses HP or something. Well. I still have 4 stamina. I can't really tell what else might be happening. Oh my god, I don't remember this boss. stay close. This thing goes intangible. Okay, we're out of stamina. Get the crits. I didn't think the balls do damage unless they exploded. Yeah, I don't think we can do the crit thing. It's not happening. It's just too difficult to spend stamina like that. Sick boss. Even if I spam my offhand combo, it takes me too long to get over there. Oh my god. Rip health? My life! My life! Oh, that might be parryable. So much harder than Jaguar's first boss. But I think Jaguar's first boss, I've done it so many times that it's just ingrained in memory. Like, I could do that fight in my sleep, I think. Not because it's an easy fight, but because I've done it so many times. Sick. So that was tier 1. So like tutorial Eagle Temple. Again, we blow these through. We have a lot of hours in this game. I have 72 hours in Curse of the Dead Gods. That, I don't know if that's a lot, to be honest. I hope it is. So as you see, like, the game's actually fantastic. But those that you just saw, those are just the base temples. Once you go the next tier up, you're fighting against the first boss, just the Blood Hunter, and then there's a second boss after that. In this case, it's Cursed Twins, or I think this is a Golem. And then once you beat those enough and get 5 emblems, there's another boss after that. So this is like a Jaguar god, like an anthropomorphic Jaguar. This is like a Harpy, I believe. And then this, I don't remember. I know there's a Chimera, but I think Chimera's the second boss. I don't remember what the third boss is. Yeah, and then eventually, for the final difficulty, all you do is fight the actual bosses. You fight all 3 actual bosses and then like a final true boss. So it's a cool way to do difficulty progression, is that it's introducing you. It's like drip feeding the mechanics of each individual temple, and then at the end, you have to do all of them at the same time. Kinda. So yeah, really cool game. I feel like that's kind of a short segment I did, but we have a lot to do today, and I do want to get to Blazblue. Chat, does anyone in my chat actually had played this game in the past? Give me a Y if you did play this game in the past, and if V, I honestly, if it wasn't you playing it, I would have never seen this game before. Sub-bosses are optional along the path on final difficulty. Yeah, they show up as elites, right? It's like on the path map. There's an icon that has like a skull on it, and that's like these bosses, which is kind of sick. kinda nasty NGL. Assist mode. Restore health at each room. Disable the final curse. Stamina off, parry window. Corruption threshold. And then full invincibility mode. It's pretty cool. I didn't even know it had assist options. I don't know when they added that. It must have been during the Dead Gods. I mean, during the Dead Cells crossover. But I just never noticed it. 95 hours? My god. I'm telling you. You all have so many hours in roguelike games beyond me. I still have all of you beat on Dead Cells. Ollie. I even combined, I think I have more hours in Dead Cells. But then I ask if anyone's played Death Must Die, and then come to find out you have like 1,000 hours in Death Must Die. It's like, how do you all do it? B, just stop playing League of Legends? Well, now Last Epoch is coming out in 1.0 tomorrow. And we're going to do Last Epoch at least as a first look. If people enjoy it, then I'll play it for longer. The game does seem pretty decent. It's good to fight at least one for the reward they give. I think they also reduce your curse if you kill them. 20 hours in Dead Cells? You got work to do. Homework. I have homework too. You need to beat Banishers first. We're gonna do Banishers after Blazblue today. As a first look. Alright, we're changing gears over to Blazblue. Do I want to play Mai today? She did get buffed. I think I lost my last game on Mai. I think I ran out of time. So I guess we'll do Mai today. No, I need to do Kokonaway. Screw Mai. I think people said Kokonaway is weak. And I want to prove them wrong. And before I just die, by the way. Yeah, Last Epoch is... I think I have about... Let me check. I was playing it this weekend to try to make sure I have an understanding of the game before we do the showcase. I have 7 hours in Last Epoch. I got to level 35. And then server's gonna reset tonight. And then hopefully it'll be up by the time we stream tomorrow. I tend to binge games that hook me. 100 hours in Slay over a month and a half. Haven't touched it since. I'm like that with Slay. I feel like Slay isn't a game that you could just hop on and do one run. It's like you have to commit to the game. I guess Skull was like that too, because I got bodied in Skull when we played it on Saturday. Slay is easy to get back into? You think so? Like, I'll already not know if I should get rid of my defend, if I should go to the campfire or not, if I can do double elite. I don't know. Music was oddly loud. It's like all my audio settings got yeeted or something. You have 800 hours in Slay the Spires. Not bad, not bad. Gamer over here. If I could go in the hyperbolic time chamber and just put 100 hours in every roguelike I have, I would be so much better off. All right. So last update for Blazblue, they buffed Mai's Flurry of the Winter Moon. And then there's some bug fixes. Taukaka's SP skill didn't produce shadows. Voice lines. Lambda could immediately jump again after doing down jump in the air. That's an issue? I thought that was the whole point of down air. It gave her a little bit of stall. Fix an issue where Hakumen would still be applied with Ren status even after blocking. Perfect kills on bosses in Space Omega did not correctly give rewards. In Los Lace could not hit Floating Mind. I don't know what In Los Lace is. Fix an issue where Nan Fire could instantly kill the character under certain conditions. I wonder if that's ever happened to me. As much as I complain about that fight, surely I've been instantly killed by her. Hyperbolic Time Chamber would be crazy. That's what I would use that for, is hours of games that I still need. Not for anything more useful. Not to say that gaming isn't useful. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that we are behind. Level 50. I think people said that the max is 60. Entropy 47. Traps deal more damage. Can up that some more. That gave us start with even more money. And then I think we're going to keep everything else the same. I'm not really ready to like go all out. All out is increasing monster damage, increasing their health, removing even more options from the player. They're all fun. It's just that right now, I want to get a better understanding of the game compared to pushing difficulties and trying to get records, if that makes sense. Oh, man. I like Kokonoe. It's a good character, I think.
コアポテンシャルを解放させることで武装の使用後にトラップとして設置することができる。
You got the Razor Scooter?
性があり、多種多様な戦い方ができるようになる。
Kokonoe character showcase. I think that's what's on the agenda today. So we've played a lot of Blazblue at this point. I think I am pretty confident on every character except Ragna. Ragna is still the worst character. Kokonoe, I have wins on. I think people might struggle on her a little bit. So we're going to try to do a little bit of a character breakdown with chat to try to figure out how on earth you're supposed to play this character. We can use... Who has long range capability? Lambda. I guess Jin could have been decent too. So there's not really anything to know ahead of time when playing this character. Just her basic combo. I don't know, someone might say that's a little clunky. Her charge attack leaves a little bit to be desired. She does not have an air combo. Instead, you get this thing, which honestly is like really good. And then her air dash is actually an attack. It will bump into enemies. So you gotta be careful about doing aerial dashes. Oftentimes, you'll just hit an enemy and get rejected. Of course, her skill, very flashy, does a lot of damage, but keep in mind, you're a sitting duck, unless you find a way to no longer be a sitting duck. But she does have that. I'm gonna try to do an air dash on somebody. Does it actually go... Oh, it goes through them. I assume you actually bump into the enemy. So we have a couple of potentials in here. Bunker Assault shoots a rocket straight up. It's up square. You can keep pressing square to use straight punches. This used to be tied to a dash attack. It does still move her forward a little bit. Interesting. Because previously it was like dash up square. Now her dash attack does this. It's kind of cool. The only issue is like you need to press the button twice to even get the horizontal. After the rocket explodes, lasers shoot out from above. The explosion of rockets generates splashes. Upon using this, hold square to dash forward while punching enemies and pushing them away. Of course, she has teleport. Remember I said there was a little bit of an issue with her dash in the air? Eventually, the portals can fall to the floor and those can do damage too. It's like she has a lot of weird stuff. I didn't mean to go back, my bad. We're gonna do one refresh. Heaven Judgment. A laser pillar. Costs 100 MP. It does hit everything, no matter like what platform it's on, so long as you're on the like bottommost platform. 100 MP is a lot of MP. And it looks like you don't even get regen until it's over. I don't think it's a trap, because I think it will track enemies eventually. And then this is another version of her missiles. It adds lasers to it. If you do it in the air, you do not get the lasers. So it's only beneficial if you do it on the ground. I don't think there's an air variant of it. Lasers are longer, thicker. No. Double the amount of lasers. You can move without interrupting it. Knocks back enemies. Let's try the beam. Because I remember the last time I played this, we did this without beam technology. So for the most part, we're going to be using this whenever we can. And just walking with it. Until it starts seeking enemies, it's not great. I can tell you that right now. It's good, it will kill. But if I do it right now, it's a complete waste of my time. Better off coming in here than doing it. It also has some wind up to it. So if I'm fighting a boss or something, I gotta be careful. As I said, it does hit overhead. Doesn't last for very long, at least not yet. Does she get MP back with a passive? I'll do Summon Slime. We don't like that, but it's fine. Alright, so her passive. When your kill streak is at least 10, you do more skill damage. We have no way to really get MP back. If you pair her with Lambda without having the difficulty modifier that removes the passives, that gives you MP, because Lambda is an MP generator. All right, we take that. Umbra, Ice. We already have one baby skill here, baby tactic, Slime. part of Fire Spirit, Legacy Venom. It's also part of Poison Tree. Skill Lightning. Blade. Could maybe Legacy Blade. Really? That hit you from that side? Yeah, so for right now, our big focus is trying to figure out how to do stuff while waiting for Laser to come back. I want to say regular missile. Yeah, it does cost 100. But if I have to stop it, I lose all of it. Unless I level that up. But as you see, it's pretty easy clears. Nothing to worry about, really. Skill spawns a Blade Storm. So imagine what we're doing. We have a laser beam that comes down. When the laser beam comes down, there's a buzzsaw that stays in place. So ideally, you don't do this. If it was skill rend, we might be talking. But I think as of right now, that's not the hit. And I didn't use Summon Slime at all during there. Of course, I'm dodging rest. This could be a shop. I think it's event, shop, rest, Sortitia as like the combo. Not a big loss there. Really, I'm just avoiding rest whenever I can. Yeah, so there's monsters above. Now they're gone. Portal takes care of them perfectly fine. Ooh. Monsters can actually go behind me. The attack Ren, you know what? Maybe not super great. I think it takes 4 attacks for it to actually activate, but then I'm not really pushing the enemies at all. So we might have to get rid of that. All right. So ground square shoots water projectiles, causes sparks to fly, then fires a missile. While active, we have super armor. Our jump slows enemies. What do they mean by that? They mean the jump attack? Oh, wow. It's icy. That's super interesting. I'm not taking it because that doesn't solve our current issue. But I never even noticed that was a thing. The super armor, self-explanatory. We don't need to look at that. Generate splashes with jump attack. Oh, so now there's a bunch of crap on the floor that all does damage. We might have to take that. Eventually the splashes can break super armor. I'm not getting missile tech. This also has a hidden effect. Unfortunately, we don't have a good way to see what the hidden effect is before you grab it. Missiles now cause larger explosions. Is that what that would have been? Missiles are larger. The frost waves become larger. Well, we can see right now we don't have a hidden potential. But it seems to be part of one that we haven't seen yet. $700. Always grab the buff if you can. I have not pressed this button yet. Yo, we're chilling. I don't even have to remove the debuff, even though I probably should have, just because it's free. I have super armor while I'm doing this. That's the outline around the character, right? Super armor? Yeah, don't forget to summon that slime. Yeah, so now I'm not doing her basic attack anymore. It's a complete waste of time. At this point, we need to start doing... the aerial variant. Oh, right, she doesn't have iframes on her freaking scooter. Dang, that would have been flawless, too. So yeah, pretty simple fight. We're putting down the laser beam and then doing jump attack. This is an SP spender. You get SP when you spend MP. It's good, for sure. My worry right now is, like, we have an MP issue. We need to find a way to get more MP. Fire. So what does this look like? I don't know if you get iframes during the cast time. A lot of SP skills you do, but there's a chance that one does not. Okay, so skill fire. I don't think skill fire... well, it might be alright. Because the missiles will eventually get the chance to go in one direction. 45 degrees. Increase the damage. Fires more projectiles. Oh, maybe that's not that great. I just don't know if it's gonna aim the way we need it to. Could be a real problem. Dash burn. Yeah, so that's part of this. So we can get more damage to burning enemies. The only issue is like, when will I actually be applying that to enemies? Because I'm going to be doing a lot of this, which is not doing the burn. Oh, did we get something on dash? Maybe that was the hidden potential? That's her teleport. She like doesn't have one for scooter, but I'm almost positive that the hidden armament I got from generate splashes, I think I'm actually doing the splashes by just hopping on the scooter. Which is not terrible, just to say that. Because they're also getting lit on fire. Don't forget the slime. You do not have iframes during that. There's a lot of destruction. But we gotta make sure that it's not a whole lot of nothing, you know? Legacy Fire Ring, Flame Walker. Upon dodging for a while, you generate a flame trail as you move. For a while. I think that requires you to do a dodge roll. And Scooter, I don't think counts as a dodge roll. Or at least it does have iframes to it. Legacy Black Hole. Can't do that. Can't do the dash. And that's summon. So like we're probably not gonna get much benefits out of the Ren tree. Just unfortunate, but we'll keep at it. All right, so we have some open slots. The way we're thinking about this is we have one open slot, which is Legacy. Ideally, we want something that is the biggest bang for our buck in the Legacy slot. Could be Legacy Thunder. There's Legacy Light and Ice. So this is either something I already own or it's Thunder. It's Umbra. That's actually terrible. I could sell. All right, she goes directly down. That probably did a lot of damage to me. I say, where in the world's the last enemy? Figured this thing died. Eventually the Ren's gonna be okay. All we gotta do is apply it, and it's gonna do work. Yo, we gotta get our iframes going. Okay, so that was the fire. That's the fire trail on the ground, which does work really well with the scooter, and it lasts borderline forever. That's legit. Gotta watch our damage taken. Alright, Legacy Black Hole. Gonna sell it. Didn't really wanna. Could that be rest? It could be chop, I suppose. It's fire. I'm okay with fire. That actually came down the platform. I did not think it could do that. Dang. We need potentials. We could just cast that into the wall and it does absolutely nothing. Alright. Pretty simple thus far. Like, we know what we need. And that's definitely a good place to be. So satisfying. Especially the summon slime. Wow, look at that. That's little homie right there doing work. Get this fire out. Little homie doing work. How do you make that good, you ask? I have no idea. Maybe it's already good. Black market. Yeah, I guess you do this now. So what black market is you spend max HP to get some bonuses. Even though it says 60% loss, what's actually happening is it's only 6 bars of HP loss. So we're gonna go for the full 9. We have a lot of max HP, perfectly okay to get rid of it. Yeah, it used to be thick. Now, you know, it's still pretty large. I didn't see where it shows you. Yeah, that might not have always been there. It has been for the last couple of patches, but like in early access, I don't know if that was a thing. I did parry. Yeah, so this is gonna be a very interesting boss to fight. Oh my god, I'm pressing parry and it's on cooldown, I guess. I'm not gonna use a health pod. I'd rather die. There it is. My bad, my bad. Yeah, right now, the biggest issue is making sure we know how to do her dashes. Wow. You know, if that wasn't summon slime, I think it would have died. Just to say that. Alright, some armaments leave behind components. So you may be wondering, what in the world is a component and why do I want that? Let's find out. So a component, when you do an attack, you leave an item on the ground. Those are utilized for other things. It does nothing right now for us. Scooter does not leave a component? Oh yeah, it does. So scooter, jump attack, missiles. Missiles do not, but I think eventually you can get it to do so. Teleport leaves components and a bunch of other stuff. But it's like, it's part 1 of other things. As I said, missiles we're not doing. Because we spend all of our MP on laser. Circle now teleports you 3 times in a row. But how does that affect my scooter? So that gives us iframes. Does it? I mean, yes, we get iframes, but if we don't get the slowdown effect, then we don't get dash burn. Maybe if I teleport inside and attack and maintain iframes, I get dash burn. Okay, second part of our laser beam. There's also down triangle. Set up banishing rays. It shoots lasers regularly and discharges electricity in the vicinity. When you set up banishing rays, the other existing components also do lasers. This costs MP as well. To get to sit down multiple zones of lasers instead of just the one walking laser for a third of the cost. It's probably better for SP too, not gonna lie. It does require setup. I still believe in Heaven's Judgment though. Like, I want this to work. We just need the tracking portion. I think there is a world where you swap over and take the mines instead. But we're not doing that just yet. It's a larger laser, right? Yeah, so see, even during scoop, if you don't get a perfect dash during scoop like that, you don't get dash burn. You don't get iframes either. So right now, it's technically back. And there may be a world where we have to go portal just for the iframes. I'll heal here. Just saying that, assuming there will be monsters. Surprise, surprise, there are no monsters. I might need to get her held attack if she has a buff for that. That's missiles. Water projectiles are now spikes that slow enemies. Question is, does that work on her actual held attack? So that's the slow with the ice. Oh, even the second part is icy. The held version is also icy and does an extra shot at the end. Is that hidden potential? It doesn't say it is. Huh. I almost feel like there's a world where her hidden potentials aren't being shown, which would be a bug. You all are good. Don't forget your slime. If you don't summon slime, you're screwing up. Okay, so now I got the fire. Into the poison. So bad. You can turn around while doing her ice shot, just really nice. Event me? I think we would need a buff for MP regen. When there are at least one purple tactics, blue tactics +1. Lose 70%, get a gold tactic. Lightning Chain. Lightning Link does 290 damage on the last link. And the remaining links also inflict additional damage. Sure. It always says when it's hidden potential, they just changed that. So what I'm talking about is her normal attack does not have that bonus hit. To me, that seems like a hidden potential. Same thing with her normal dash. This does not usually have splashes. That came from this. Which to me, that signifies the dash got a hidden potential to it, but it's not showing that was added. Hopefully that makes a little more sense. Don't forget your slime. Survive! So we have like kind of cool stuff. Got dash burn. We're just missing a little bit more. Just like a teeny bit more to make this like actually good. I really wish that had iframes on startup. Right now, that seems to be like the most deadly part. Is just iframes on Kokonaway. We have to really commit to every single attack we do, or else we take a buttload of damage. Heal is locked. Get rid of a debuff. MP. Chance stun. And potential. Down square will detonate components, which is interesting because I don't have components yet. This has hidden effects to it, which I think might add to different kinds of components. We now slow enemies with, I assume, splashes, right? Because like this does a slow, the splashes now slow. There are now ice splashes. No word of hidden potential, right? So I guess that's the importance of using the training room. Is sometimes you won't know that you're getting a bonus, and it's good to know that ahead of time. We gotta figure out how to get our health back. This is an example of an armored enemy. It had a red kind of like outline around it. Okay, I summoned that for the chance that there's a target on the screen for it to work on. Alright. There's a few unspecified interactions in her kit specifically. Yeah, so Kokonaway is probably one of the most complicated. I think there's more that are mechanically complicated, like Jin and S. But in terms of like skill interaction, she has a lot of that going on. There, I just used Scooter. Because like if I'm in the wall, we still get splashes that come out. So I'm just doing constant damage behind myself. So long as the monster is in the corner like that. Alright, eyeball. We don't have laser tracking, unfortunately. Of course, this would have been a really good fight for us. Gonna say, I don't even think I can do laser until all those are gone. I still got hit. Interesting. Ooh, snap. That's chance stun. Death Defiance down. We still have 6 left. Down square to detonate components. Set up banishing rays. I think we'll have some components. I'm trusting the game to give me some. Yeah, okay. Super interesting. So what we just picked up was some used armaments will leave behind components. So it does that by default. And then you have like one of those options. We just picked up the detonated portion. There's a bunch of hidden effects in there. All of which say they're deactivated. According to the game, I have none right now from what I can see. But clearly we do. So scooter. Jump attack. The laser beam does not leave one. Gun doesn't leave one either. So we don't have a ton of stuff that leaves things. What could this be? We can't do much else with fire, right? It's all dash burn, like burn upgrade. All right. Yo, Faye, welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good Monday. Right now, we're trying to do a little bit of a showcase on Kokonaway. Right now, like, it's a little boosted, which I hate to admit. That's only because we've been struggling on her lack of iframes for a lot of her attacks. Which is very different than all the other characters, being able to easily dash. About to say, I was worried I didn't actually get the bonus. Yeah, so we're leading into powerful burn. It's not really doing anything unless we get a pure dash. So until then, it's gonna be a little nuts. Game looks crazy. Had to pick you after a raid. So Fade, does that mean that you have also been playing Blazblue? Or maybe you're just a fan of roguelikes in general? See how I just scooted right into that? Maybe we made a mistake by not taking Blink. Okay, so you're up here. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah. I think that's the answer. And like, I only have one thing to detonate. Just so sad. Missiles. There's the teleport. I don't think we get any more benefit from Guess I should check, right? The splashes. There's still splashes, surprisingly. I did not expect there to be splashes at all. Play some Dark Souls Remastered, bit of a different game, but you love roguelikes in general. I haven't touched literal Dark Souls in so long. But as far as I understand, the speedrun community is huge for Dark Souls Remastered. Oops. Wasted that. Just gonna precast this. Alright, so we're starting to get a little more activity going, where we basically do dashes, leave these, detonate them, while waiting on MP to do laser beam. It's gonna be Sortitio. Could be Gamble. It's Shot. We have money. Still can't recover HP, but we need these pretty badly. While active, you have Super Armor. We finally get Seeking Laser. So we should be pretty good. You can be a lot more liberal with your SP skill. She gains SP per skill cast. What about the damage taken while casting it? If you were to ask me what's the scariest part about her SP skill, not other characters. Hibiki, Mai, all of them, I'll press the button all day. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Alright. She has iframes on initial windup. For some monsters. The one time you need hopefully more than just one monster. I don't have SP. Alright, hold. We'll look at it in a second. And I'll definitely see you on bosses for sure. Alright. Gonna be headed out. Hope you have an amazing stream. Lots of love. Same to you, Faye, and thanks for stopping by. Do definitely appreciate that. After the initial, there's a 1 to 1.5 second of being vulnerable. After that, she's iframe for the end lag. So startup, you have iframes. After that, you are stuck in place to take damage. And then there's the animation after that in which you're invulnerable. Is that the idea? Other way around. So you're vulnerable for the... Well, I guess the most important part is the vulnerable for 1 second. I feel like other characters don't have that. Okay, so components are connected together in a triangular shape, linked by energy beams. We know what this should look like. I believe on a horizontal surface, it does not do the lasers. I think you have to have the laser beam on like a different vertical platform. And unfortunately, due to gravity, these are just gonna fall straight to the floor. So I can't really show it in the training room. But if you happen to be in Space Omega or anything of that nature, you will see that. On bosses, you probably won't see it. Just interesting. Except for Mind Eye. Super Armor. That's the punch that we don't need. I don't really need this, but it does give us super armor during the charge attack, which is fine. During the time where it requires you to hold the button, we're taking damage. Feels bad. That's probably rest. We haven't really been able to heal. This is the one chance. We can actually get all of this, I think. Imagine not leveling up Summon Slime there. Alright. Alright. So now that we're at this point, could have done a vent. Now that we're at this point, we can hopefully do plenty of damage. We have the detonation tech. Our laser beam now follows enemies. Unfortunately, that enemy is invulnerable. I'm having this issue where I'm doing dash down square, but she really wants to do the spin attack. So it's like I have to dash, stop, down square. There's like a little bit of a delay that you have to add to it. Alright. So boss time. Looks like we're fighting against Orihime. Decent fight for us, I think. Let's get the slime out now before I forget about it. Oh my god, that's gonna be a problem. Yeah, so unfortunately, the blink is gonna put me in a position where it's like, oh wow, Death Defiance is pop. The blink is gonna put me in a position I don't necessarily know where I am in regards to having to do a dash. Of course, don't go into the edge. 4 Death Defiances, it's plenty. Triangular shape. Components last for longer and leave flames behind when they explode. Now, if I had a better attack tactic, I feel like the flames actually carry over the attack tactic as if they were themselves an attack. It's probably more easily recognizable on flame, like attack burn, or possibly cold attack. Right now, I only have attack Ren, which is probably not doing anything for me. I'm gonna heal here. And then keep going. Always pick banishing. I always pick banishing rays before components. Banishing Ray is the 33 MP spender. Is that right? Oh, cool. I got dash burn from that. Now, unfortunately, the laser beam does not go through small ledges like that. All of these are armored, by the way. Those should die. Another way to think about this character is a real set and forget kind of gameplay. Like, those monsters will die. Oh, she can do that in the air? So I can dash, dash, jump, square. Oh. Okay. That's pretty strong. I should have parried that. Of course, killing enemies does get you money. Yeah, I didn't go stationary beam because we were going all in on tracker beam. Yeah, bomber run. Very, very fun. I keep doing that. I think it's my map button. That's what we got from Dead Cells, I think. I got hit. Oh, because there's multiple. Dang, it's so hard to get the dash. I think you were better off with, like, dash dagger. Maybe even dash ice. Because, like, actually getting some kind of benefit from doing dash is, like, very, very not unlikely. It's pretty good. If only every boss was like that. And really all that is, you know, I pressed every button I had. Some hidden effects on these. Again, we're not trying to go missile. We have a lot invested into laser. A lot invested in laser. So now this thing is lasting extra long. Yeah, Umbra Dash, the components are left by the shadows. It's incredible. This game needs a training room. Not specifically to, like, learn all the interactions, but more so to be able to just see them on demand. I guess the closest thing you have is, like, doing a lower run with a character that has that stuff as legacy. Then, like, your chance of seeing that is just higher. Yeah, sandbox is another way to think about it, for sure. Dang, I should have committed to that. Oh, don't forget your slimes. It's very important. Okay, we're down to 6 minutes. If I don't get to the final boss before that timer goes, I start losing max HP. Not max HP, I'm sorry, just current HP. Of course, to me, it's like really important to kill these monsters because I really want the money. But we did finish off our final tactic. I mean, our final potential, which is a larger beam, tracking beam. This is not a good fight. But with the beam following her, it should be good. She's also on the ground a lot. Oh, come on. I had that. Are you kidding me? Oh, I jumped into that. Very fair. Very fair. Dang, she was on the other side of the arena. I didn't know what she was doing over there. She was charging up like a tornado shoryuken. A Senpukyaku, if you will. We can now dash in any direction. We have no more rerolls. More components are spawned. Says there's a hidden effect to this. I hope the timer wasn't going while I was just looking at the stuff. Alright. So final boss. What in the world is my map button? I like don't have a map button. Final boss is in the top right. We're gonna go to the shop. We have 3 death defiances. We have a slime too. Apologies if you don't want advice or tips. No. So not only are we trying to showcase the character, we're also trying to build out what you would want to see on the character. And unless I do every single run under the sun on every tactic, I'm not going to have the info. And as you said, there's no training room or sandbox. So we're also crowdsourcing information from the viewer too. $1,000. Even though you may not need a synergy here, this is actually giving you damage. It's a 20% damage buff on top of all your damage. It's not just like, oh, it's buffing our jump damage. It's a flat 20% across the board. So triple jump. We don't need to remove debuffs. We may as well go to full. Close enough. One extra second of summon slime. Incredible. Unfortunately, you do have to like back out to look at your potential, because sometimes you want to see what are you missing. If I needed more giant laser stuff, I would get more potentials, but we don't. You could also say maybe there's a hidden effect I want to see. I think we're probably fine on those. Let's just keep ascending. You all don't know how badly I wanted to go for slime. Okay. That should be pretty good. So it's a straight shot to the boss for the most part. There will probably be enemies along the way. I could ignore them if I don't plan on going back to the shop. I have $9, so the chance of us actually getting something out of it is pretty low. It's just fun. And in my headcanon, the game's gonna reward me. Even though I know it rewards you for getting tactics, potentials, no hits on bosses, etc. Alright. Susano. Let's bring this out. Slime. Parry. It does damage. This will help clear out some of these. I didn't know him calling does damage. That was good. Press the wrong button. He hits in the air. They nerfed his hitboxes as well on the most recent update. This does damage for some reason. He's behind me? Sick little move. Don't forget your slimes. We're getting a lot more stun on him. We have chance stun as a buff. You all see the zoom in? You think I know where he is right now? It's just eating laser beam. Look at her eat the popcorn during that. It's a really cool character. We didn't hit the best tactics we could have, I think. We're gonna do... We didn't have much for the thunderstorm. Even though we really don't get to use these at all anymore. All right. So yeah, we messed up on the tactics a little bit. I think... Watch out, the safety time is over. I think basic attack Ren was probably not the hit. That could have been burn attack. I think burn attack would have been incredible there. The skill was fire projectile. So it's like the laser comes out and there's a burst of fire projectiles. And in the beginning, it's not very good because some of them go backward. But once you get it at a 45-degree angle, it's a little better. And I think they can bounce as well, and that would have made it good. But we never got to that portion. Slime. I am still waiting on the day where slime was the right choice. Today, I would say it wasn't. But to be fair, whatever was in our summon slot was probably not, like, super impactful. Except for the good stuff. Your icicles, your lightning orbs, things of that nature. Build-wise, I think everything worked out except that we didn't get teleport earlier. The entire time we were running just Scooter until I was like, I'm down 3 Death Defiances. I can't be doing Scooter for the rest of the run. So we ended up getting teleport, and then all of a sudden we could dash through attacks. That was just not possible beforehand. So the character's legit, I like to think. Has a little bit of a startup time, but it did seem pretty good. You can summon Heaven's Judgment in the air. Good way to do it to be safe. I think a lot of my aerial gameplay was dedicated to spin so I could drop a component and then detonate it. Mentally, like, doing the detonation portion is just so incredibly fun to me. I don't know why. All right. So we can do one more run. Before we do that, I want to take a quick, like, 5-minute break or so. Because I am actually a little hungry. Let's bring up words on stream. We haven't done words in a while. I want to make sure that you all aren't resident sleeper while I'm away. Hopefully it doesn't require any updates. Do I have any Kokonaway fans in the chat? If you looked at that and you were like, V, that's my new main, let me know. If you're saying, V, you can't pay me to play Kokonaway, that's fine too. I don't mind that. Is it this screen? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Doesn't really have like a countdown on it, but hopefully you all are okay with this. She's your main? I like her. I like pretty much every character thus far, unless you're talking about Ragna. What game was that? We were just playing Blazblue Entropy Effect. But we are gonna take a quick break. And then we're gonna do another run when I come back. And then after that, we have Banishers as a first look to do. And then we'll be good to go. So Words on Stream is up. The goal here is you gotta put in the word that you think it is. I already know this is maximize. That's not how you spell it. If someone can spell maximize for me and type that in, you're gonna get #1 on the leaderboards. Either way, I'll be right back, everybody. Yeah, total NA production. So not only did the word update, but not update the actual screen, it still showed you all the failure. Like, why would it show you the failure if it never updated for your side? It updated for me. That's really weird. I've never seen that before. Definitely not how that's supposed to work. So I'm sorry about that, everyone. Music. I do wish the hub world had music. Um 51. All right. Jeez, I'm not ready for this. I gotta do my. So again, what we're doing today is I want to do some showcases for some of the characters of Blazblue. We just came out of Kokonoe. We're gonna do Mai Natsume. Mai is a very popular character for a couple of reasons, I'm sure. But as far as the game itself, she has like different ways to be played. I feel like there's a dash version, a thrown spear version, and a basic melee version. I don't know what we're gonna see today. It's gonna be whatever's gonna happen. She is a melee character. We're still bringing in Hakumen as a generic piece, but then we're also gonna bring in Jin. I'm sure you could bring in S. I'm sure Ragna's an option, but I'm definitely not gonna do that. So how does Mai work, you may ask? Of course, she has a basic combo. It's just like that. End of it has a tornado. The charge attack is a tornado itself, so you can like attack tornado if you want. Her skill throws the javelin. That's all it does right now. Eventually, there's like a thrown variant of that. Dash. Dash or dash down dash does Suzuran. So this is like part of her dash kit. Right? Oh, it's only the aerial version? Make sure I read that correctly. Charges forward. Yeah, okay. So her dash variant has like upward and downward dashes, but they're two different things. One's Suzuran, one's Himeyuri. Eventually you can get to the point where those by themselves are the only thing you'll be doing. She also has Ayanishiki. What in the world is this? Hold square to take a special stance. After maintaining the stance for a while, deal more damage for a while. And then there's different attack combinations. Square dodge, square jump, and square special. I've never used this before, ever. So you can hold it. Looks like you have super armor. You can turn whatever direction you want. If you jump, it does that, which did a lot of damage. If you skill out of it, it does a dash forward, some damage. Unfortunately, you can't L1 out of it. I wonder why they did that. Because L1 is often the triangle button. It's like the skill. I don't want to call it easy mode. It's more like an assist button. So you have to press triangle manually, which is a little annoying. And then the dodge version looks like that. It does good damage, but honestly, that's the easiest thing to do. Huh. Hold triangle to advance instead. You'll lose MP over time. Press up square to use this. To break super armor. Lunging upward pulls enemies close. Press circle halfway through the follow-up attack to do another follow-up and break super armor. So it looks like the base version of this is very, very unwieldy. And I'm sure, like, as you get this, it becomes better. Oh, ice. Like, you could Susaran out of that from in the air. Yeah, like, the dash variant of that is straight up stronger. Like, it takes me 4 attacks to kill. Now it doesn't. And combining that with the freeze from Jin, it's probably decent. I think we just need to level that up. Cold attack, dash ice. Kind of hoping for skill ice, but this will be fine. So I've done plenty of my runs before. I've never used Ananishiki, whatever it was called. I'm sure at some point I have to learn these names. It's just doing the inputs is a little rough because I'm actually holding square and using my index finger to do either circle or triangle, depending on what the action is. But Ayanishiki has a hold version. Huh? I should have gone in training room. Crap, we're losing time. Or am I? Maybe I'm not. So no time lost here. Hold triangle to advance instead. You'll lose MP over time. It's not that. Oh. You transfer. Oh, you don't even have to press the buttons at the same time. You could just transfer from one to the other. So, like, I can do circle, like, out of it. So the held version is that? It's like a drill? That's extremely interesting. I don't know if that's good, but it's extremely interesting. So I wanted skill Ren, but that's not gonna be very good. Skill electricity isn't very good either, I think. I want to say it does something when the monster dies. Skill light? I don't know what that does. Oh my god, I can't even get up here. This is very different than how I played my... You can turn. Kind of just goes to show you, like, the kind of stuff you could do in this game. Could even attack overhead. and not have to jump up there. Because sometimes there's like an issue about, is this actually a roguelike? Maybe I'm just taking the stuff that I see every single time, but I think there is some requirements in here. Each tick factors stacking effects like skill, cold, frostburst. And funny enough, I didn't actually get the skill for light here. Skill lightning. Skill light spear. Upon using a skill, spawn 2 light spears. I wonder if that will do a light spear for each tick. I feel like it doesn't. I think it actually just activates on cast rather than on damage taken. Or dealt, rather. We'll do it anyway, because I think just standing in this with the drill is probably legit. What could this be? Shop would be nice. Okay. Fast kill MP recovery. We like that. Even more cold attack. If we're doing drill, perhaps we're not utilizing that all that much. Get the butterflies out of here. Advanced light. Doing this because the other one might be rest. It's interesting. It is genuinely interesting. Now the question is, ow, do I want to go Suzerain or not? To be able to do something out of the jump attack? Yeah, skill light spear. Upon using a skill spawns 2 light spears. I'm 99% sure it's only gonna summon the light spears on initial cast. And that's like it. Alright, so let's check this out. Terrible placement of that. Yeah. Not ideal. Oops. That can be changed. It's RNG, I think, but it can be changed. Oh, that pushes? I don't think you skill rend that, though. Alright, Exceed. This is for the thrown javelin. Horizontal throw will push enemies away. And then this is when the javelin comes back, you get MP for it. Costs 100 to do this. It's pretty straightforward. Like, it probably doesn't even need to be shown. Simply comes back, and you get 15 MP. The other version's actually really good if you go skill rend. I want to say if you get the ricochet version, it will still push, like, fairly potently. But if I'm committed to drill, then I feel as though I probably don't do those. We have down square. And then we have Himeyuri, which is the upward version of the dash attack. The down square, I think it's okay. Interestingly enough... Oh, you hear the sounds? It's still going, even though I canceled it. That's like... kind of gross, I feel. There's a triangle version, Flurry of the Winter Moon. I wonder if that was the skill that got buffed on the last patch. You all already saw... Well, you didn't see HimeYuri, you saw Suzerain. It's basically that. Eventually you can do it in the air, maybe? You can do Suzerain in the air for sure. But you basically alternate between that and Suzerain. And it usually will kill stuff. We got our SP spender. Falling Cherry Blossom Tempest. Get SP when your SP skills hit an enemy, I think that said. Probably fire. Flurry of Winter Moon is the one that got buffed. It's more potent. Yeah, see, but my issue is, like, just adding another mana skill. I feel like we're not gonna utilize. That did hit above me. Dash Thunderbolt's probably okay. Works really well with HimeYuri and Suzerain. Probably could have looked to see what kind of things we had to interact with it. Toxin. I don't think there's a poison skill stacker mechanic. Light. Alright. Wow, it actually let me hold it after I did it. See? That's super interesting. Did that cost extra MP? Is that what I was supposed to be doing the whole time? That seems so much better. But it's like, input-wise, it's like a little more complicated. It's not crazy complicated. Dang. What a weird character. See, I'm not going from square to triangle fast enough. For those who know Blazblue, does she have this in the game? Like, in the fighting games? And, like, what does that even look like? Two MP spinners that require you to commit to them to be good. Oh yeah, you mean not good to take too many at one time. Light Spear. We'll get the Radiance boost. I'm really hoping the game gives me a chance to get rid of the Light Spear. I definitely made the mistake by taking it. It's like, when will Black Market show up? Advance Ice. See what happens here. It's like you're double dipping on the kick. Which I'm not saying is a bad thing. It's just not how I expected that skill to work at all. I guess that's the whole point of doing a mini showcase on it. Like, stuff doesn't make sense. Make sure you use your Summon Light, by the way. I mean, I guess if I have no monsters in front of me, that doesn't mean I can't put points into throw javelin. See, like, there's no wind-up to that compared to... Okay, I guess it's because Kokonoe has to hold the button down. And Mai is just one input. At max cold, enemies burst. I wonder how that works if you also have skill ice. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on. Oh my god, I've never seen it in both directions. Help! Isn't the worm just dead anyway? Why did I bother going over there? Wow! Kokonoe is also easier to fill back up since she requires you to press skills, not land them. Oh, you're saying it might be a balance thing? Make her SP spender more dangerous? So this is aim the javelin. Doesn't give it the bounce though. Oh, it does. So as we said, like ideally you don't have both. But I think there's a scenario where I don't get the chance to drill. I may as well just throw. I don't go for the 50-50. Counter thunder. Upon taking a hit, do a thunderbolt. Thunderbolts can paralyze. I think that's fine. Like market, go here every time. Even though you're losing HP, it's a very good thing to have. The damage caused by a single hit does not exceed 20% of your max HP. I never take this because I don't know of instances where I actually take over 20% of my max HP. Now, if the game says that this is 2 bars and like you will never take more than 2 bars worth of damage, then that seems incredibly strong to me. But I have a feeling that's not the case. I feel like that's the only time they literally mean a full 20%. Oh wow, I didn't do the full charge. Good damage. Crap, my flawless! Oh, I would have lost it anyway, so it's fine. This is where Suzuran's really nice. I'm not... Oh, do I not have the mana? Is that the issue? Oh my god, I got so much SP. Holy crap. Every single hit of the drill gave me SP. Triple jump. This is a lunge attack from dash. And it, in my opinion, is actually incredibly fun because if you have Suzuran or a Himeyuri, you can do it out of that. Now, if I could do it out of this thing, I think that'd be kind of interesting, but probably not worth it. You have to think about like instances where you're actually gonna do that. Triple jump, definitely more use, but I'm gonna skip for now. Not doing 1,000 spears. SlimyYy, don't want to do it. Javelin comes back and gives you MP. Again, like, we're not really investing in throw spear, except for the fact that sometimes especially on this map. I think this map specifically is an example where throw spear is going to happen. We need Legacy. Watch this be Toxin or something. We could continue Light. Really wish it was Ice. Light is just for the more Radiance, which I never pressed the Radiance button even one time. We're leaving a slot open for the chance to hopefully swerve out of skill Light. So long as I don't fill in my last slot, the game will offer me whatever tactic it wants. Whatever tactic I still have remaining. Butterflies. Dash Lightning already paying for itself. Alright, not bad, not bad. Yeah, I'm sorry if anyone... I know you all are having full conversations about the game, which is great. I love the fact that you all are super interested in the game and talk to each other about it. If I happen to miss anything, it's just because the chat's like kind of moving, so feel free to @me if you have a specific question for me. Legacy Ice. No, Legacy Flash. We're getting rid of Light Spear. Not going Mine, not going Tentacle. It's part of Radiance tech. I mean, we already have Cold. So Cold can still show up. Debuffs down? 3 for $50? I don't know how you ever not do that. Like, you would need to have literally no money to not take 3 for 50. I feel like I might need a basic attack. Oh, I'm doing the double click, and I'm realizing I'm not getting the drill all the time. I think it's an input thing. Like, I'm just not doing the input as well as I think I am. All right. So this is the other part of Ayanishiki. We could double tap circle to follow up with another attack that breaks super armor. Okay. Now, if that works on bosses, you can do some like super interesting stuff. To like combo them, the chance it doesn't. We also have a big tornado in here. Up triangle, MP spender. So we're probably not doing that at all. You have a favorite character so far? Definitely S. I think S is the one that I showcased the